So for the rest of December, I'm going to force myself to... Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. Welcome back to Matt's Mental Fitness. If you're new to this channel, I appreciate you sliding by. That was really morbid. If you're a regular, welcome back. At the time of recording this, it's been a strange 2 to 4 weeks for me. This video series is all about mental fitness, and specifically, I have been meeting with my therapist. Right after the meeting, I come out, flip the camera on, and talk about what we talked about. All the light bulbs, all the good moments, all the realizations. It happens right now. I'm in the middle of actually still processing the conversation, so it's cool to hear the words come out as they're just getting formulated, if that makes sense. Last 2 to 4 weeks. First of all, nothing bad. Everything's fine, everything's good. But I definitely have been in a scarcity place, which I did not realize that I had sort of reverted back to. And Jenna's here. Every time. Stop laughing! I have felt myself with this scarcity mindset, and I'm honestly trying to put my finger on how I've sort of reverted back to that. Never mind, I know exactly why. I told Holden and the crew that I need to shift to, instead of every single Sunday shooting with them, to shoot every 2 weeks. Reason for that is to be able to focus on my business. I launched a 30-day full body group challenge. The first official group has gone through and they did absolutely amazing. The results were incredible. I am so happy for them. 4 of them plus 1 person have now gone into my 60-day full body group challenge, which is happening right now. I am so happy for every single person that has gone through the 30-day and now the 60-day. This is something that I've talked about for a long time with myself, that I announced not too long ago. I'm just so proud of them, and I'm proud of myself. Having said that, I was operating from the scarcity mindset, I think subconsciously, knowing that I wasn't going to be working with Holden and the crew as much, knowing that I have to focus on this business side, the sales side, delivering value, delivering a service, a product. And throughout that process, I found myself like a duck. My feet were absolute pandemonium under the water, yet I was just sort of gliding, and on the hamster wheel, so to speak. My computer was messed up for 5-6 days. It was in the shop getting worked on, and I got the computer back and got the same amount of content out that I would normally had I had the computer for all of those days, which to me said a lot. It was like, holy crap, that's not a good thing. That really means that I'm just doing a bunch of this and not producing more, if that makes sense. So I've found myself being less mindful lately, and while talking with my wonderful therapist, I realized that these are all self-imposed deadlines that I meet. There's nobody over my shoulder, which is the beauty of running your own business. And I know where I'm operating right now. I know that it is a lot of my lower self operating right now. I have sort of been in this negative feedback loop where I'm not always looking at the perspective. I might not always have the glass half full. My hard stop is always Jenna. It's always Jenna. She told me 2 nights ago, she said, your constant state of misery is contagious. I had no words to come back and respond to her with. I very much, as quietly as possible, walked out of the room away from her, because I was like, she is 100% fucking right. There's no way around that shit. And knowing that it's affecting her, that's where the line has to be drawn. I can be as busy and running as I want, not focusing on the small things, but man, when it affects her, that's a hard stop, because without her, none of this shit matters. I have an issue lately just being in the moment. I have difficulty even sitting on the couch, just sitting there. Again, I know where that's coming from. That's from scarcity, and I haven't been able to sleep for crap. For 2 to 4 weeks now, I have not been able to go to sleep. When I try to go to bed early, I just toss and turn like crazy. So I get up and start working on Matt Lane fitness stuff. The only time that I can now fall asleep is when I'm absolutely exhausted, and it's usually way late, and I have to wake up early in the morning to lift, to train. The amount of exhaustion that I have felt mentally and physically lately has been not functional, just put it that way. And once I'm up, I'm up. Once I get out of the bed, I'm out of the bed, I'm good, let's go. And this morning, I actually got out of bed on time. I walked in the kitchen, felt unconscious as I was walking. I went and got back in bed and went back to sleep. I do not do that. Again, when I'm out of bed, I'm up. And that just spoke volumes. The level of exhaustion that I feel is not, it really does not feel like it's coming from a place of like lazy, like I just don't want to work out. When I do wake up, I feel like I've been doing a shoulder shrug the entire night. I can feel the tension and stress that I'm holding in me. Long story short, I have meditated in the past and it's helped me a lot. And I do not believe that every single tool in your toolbox you have to use round the clock. A little while back, I got really religious about my journaling. I'm pretty heavy into it and journaling pretty much every single day. Now I know I have to implement meditation again. My plan is to meditate in the morning and at night. Just saying I'm gonna meditate, like I know that there's some people out there like, oh God, like what perfect lifestyle person or like hippie style, like how illogical is that for someone's routine? And I will tell you that it's not, because when I meditate for like 5-10 minutes. It's definitely not like I'm sitting there for 30 minutes and like I got a chai tea next to me. Like I'm a practical person. And I'm gonna take 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and at night to really ground myself, because I find that when I am getting in bed, my head's just racing. I cannot turn it off. What's up, babe? You coming out here to sit with me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, cool.
I feel like my chair's a little
That's
soft.
not gonna work. You're gonna, okay. Just.
Oh, I'll sit right there.
No, I gotta sit too.
Hello, everyone. I know you're really here for me.
No. This is the first time you've ever been involved in a Matt's Mental Fitness. Very cool.
Yeah, what do we do?
Again, so the meditation, I'm gonna take 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. I was talking to my therapist and I was like, you know, my inability to just be in the moment, sit on the couch with you is very symbolic. I think like there's a lot going on there that I can't just sit there. Like my head just races so much. So I was like, I'm gonna meditate in the mornings. And she was like, I think you also need to meditate at night. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You know, right now for Jenna and I have to carve out intentional time. It has to go on my calendar to make sure that it happens. Like that's not like a disrespect to her, but if it's on my calendar, I'm gonna do it. And that's just how my brain works. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget it, or I'm gonna be doing something else or whatever. So right now it's every other Monday, and I know that I need to shift that to every single Monday. So it doesn't necessarily mean like we have to go out and eat dinner at a 5-star restaurant, but like we have to go somewhere every Monday, and either eat dinner or get a snack, or I don't get somewhere or whatever. Making that intentional time, because again, if it's not working here, none of the other matters. I love you to death, without a doubt, but without her, I mean, and
I like that. Let's talk about that.
yeah, and so the one thing that I am gonna talk about here is being mindful or being mindful. And basically, being mindful or meditation is simply being in the moment and being mindful of what is here right in front of you. And there's an image online of this like thought bubble. There's this guy standing there with his dog, and he has this thought bubble.
I was just about to
and
say,
just
reminds me of the dog and the
all of these
guy.
things in this thought bubble here, and he's thinking about this and this and this and this and this and this and this, but he doesn't notice his dog right next to him. And that is so me right now. I can feel that. Is your mind full, or are you mindful?
Well, and I think some of that point too is that the dog is so happy because the only thing that's in his mind is what's right in front of him.
Yep.
And so he can enjoy that moment and not have all the worries of everything else that the human has in his thought bubble.
Yep, it's true. I have a lot of self-imposed deadlines that I know at times I just put too much pressure on myself. That's it. These deadlines that aren't going to dictate the health, well-being, or safety of anybody else. Basically, like, it's not going to affect a client for me, that if I don't post something at a certain time. As long as I'm being respectful to my audience, I have to scale that back. So for the rest of December, I'm going to force myself to post 1 video a week instead of 2, because it's gonna make me really uncomfortable to shift from my normal schedule of posting a video Friday and Saturday. There's a piece of me there that is like, I know that there's gonna be a drop off of views, there's gonna be a drop off of this and that, but again, it's sort of a test for myself. This is the season of taking time to be with family. This is the season of point blank being mindful. I'm the type of person that I have to set out these things that I'm gonna do. And I've made this fantastic program for these people that have seen great results for this 30-day full body group challenge that I'm working on marketing and all that crap. I've made this 30-day program for them, but I have no 30-day program for myself. That's what I gotta do. So I'm dedicating December to my health and well-being, my relationships, and just the overall correct thing to do. There isn't a constant upward trajectory of anything that is long-term. Your weight loss is not forever trajectory in the direction you want it to go. Your muscle gain is not gonna go exactly how you want it to go. Relationships aren't forever perfect. The stock market isn't forever perfect. And that's how it's supposed to be. The peaks and valleys that I talk about so often, that's how it's supposed to be. It's what you do with those peaks and valleys that develop you into a more mentally fit human being. I fucking crushed the ending. You don't have to be perfect at this mental fitness thing. Just try to be better than yesterday.
Every day.
Every day.
I'm already itchy.
The cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting here editing this video. Patrons, thank you so much. Your support, this extra step, you don't have to do it, but it means just beyond what I can put into words. It means so much.